That was a successful speedrun, that's for damn sure. Alright, so the best card is Savage Smash, followed by probably the Arinx, followed by Seraphim Hybrid, followed by Pontiff and Plague White. This is 20 gems. Yeah, I don't need that. Savage Smash or Juggler. Taking their Savage Smash, I guess. Maybe we can try. I mean, I think Gruul's unplayable. So this is leading us down a dark path. A very dark path. Not a huge fan of where we're going. I can maybe splash them in a Rakdos stack, but Rakdos doesn't typically want to have a bunch of dual lands. Just always Angel? That's a hard pass for me, dog. That's a hard pass for me. I don't think the Angel's very good. If I'm Jund, it's unlikely I want to play Tinstry Dodger. If I'm Rakdos, I want to play the Tinstry Dodger. I think I'm closer to Jund than I am Rakdos. Although these Plague Whites make me think otherwise. Spellbreaker. Arinx and Spellbreaker. Take the Spellbreaker. Artist got there? I mean, if I'm Jund, isn't like Spellbreaker just way better? The artist is kind of whatever, I think. I very rarely use the text box on it. Mostly just a 2/2 haste. And plus this thing has Trample, which it works really well with the Savage Smash, and it's a large body. I don't like Scorchmark very much. I like Amplifier a lot. But I also like Ogan Inheritance. This thing just dies too often. It's pretty often like you have a lot of 2/2s in your deck a lot. It's like a like a 4/4 for 4, which isn't bad, but I don't think there's a card that you really want to pass over the Inheritance. If Amplifier gets Sky Tethered, you immediately lose. Why is that? Yeah, the Hacker Bet's quite good. Looks like we're gonna need to get some dual ends somewhat soon. Because currently we're running on empty on the dual lands. We found a dual land. It isn't in a pack with a Footlight Fiend, but probably not playing this 4/2. Probably not playing not playing a lot of these cards, but Small Word Ignis I like with the Bloodless Infiltrator. It's also a 2-drop. Really, it's a pretty good 2-drop as a text box. I'm not even sure Rakdos Artist is better than Trumpeter when I got 2 jugglers, but we'll take it. I'll take the Footlight Fiend here. Finally, we get to play Rakdos. Finally. Well, I'm actually probably going to play that one. Uncommon draft. We might. No, that's not a Gruul one, it's a Rakdos one. Oh, we're probably going to play that one. Bedevil. I'm not even sure Bedevil is better than Grotesque Demise. We'll take it. We might table this Clamor Shaman. Alright. We've already got a deck. This is 23. We've already got a deck. So, at this point, any card we take is going to be over something else. So I think I'm pretty heavily incentivized to take this Rakdos Guildgate. Alright, I can take this Guild Mage. The Enforcer is good, but the Dead Rebels might be better. I've already got a ton of 2s. Although I could conceivably cut some. The Enforcer is definitely good, but Dead Rebels is like really important to this archetype. Especially if I ended up not playing the green because I don't get the dual lands, then the Dead Rebels is gonna be vital. And the Orzhov Enforcer isn't that much better than Grudian anyways. Like, it's definitely better, don't get me wrong. Just not that much better. A Flyer is not bad. These are both light gain, and they're both. I'm kind of flooded on 3s. So I think I'd rather just have the 4 as an option. It's unlikely I play it. Carnival versus Rakdos Guildgate. How deep do I want to go down the green path? If I had like 2 more dual lands, it's an easy green play. But at this point, I might not even be playing green. Like, as amazing as these green cards are, I think my base Rakdos deck is actually good enough to win. Weirdly enough. Oh, the lake gets to the point. Interesting. Thinking just playing this after Treason. Like, we have Footlight Fiend, which is pretty good with Blade Brand. But the Act of Treason is pretty good with Blood Mist Infiltrator and Undercity Scavenger. The Footlight Fiend also helps our Acrobat to get played on turn 2. This is actually a decision to make. I am a little bit light on removal. I don't have a lot of it. I don't think the Act of Treason is going to be that much better than Strong Strike, though. I'm trying to figure out, like, what does the final version of this deck look like. Vicarian Imp's not going to make it. I don't even think the Undercity Scavenger is going to make it. I think this is what my deck. This is a 16 lander. It's 16 lander for sure because I got 2 duels. This is its current form. I don't know what Spectacle means. That I have enough Spectacle, but like I'm not gonna chump attack with Footlight Fiend and trigger Spectacle, so I don't even know where you're getting with that one. But I think with 2 ill-gotten inheritance, I don't actually need the act of treason. I'm gonna take this. I think it is close, though. I don't think I'm playing this right. I'm not playing a Goblin Gathering deck. If I didn't have ill-gotten inheritance, I think Burn Bright would be a reasonable card. Holy moly, that was okay, well. One of the better cards I could have hoped for there. Okay. This is a 16 lander. Looks just good. But I want 3 planes. No, I don't. We wield a Rakdos Trumpeter of like 14th pick or 13th pick. Alright, I would be surprised if we don't get 7 wins with this one. I would be extremely surprised. I think my personal belief is that Rakdos is the best track archetype. I think some sort of blue-white deck is probably the blue-white X is like the second best drag archetype, and from there it's like Gates is probably the third best. I think it's better to play Juggler, because if we draw a land, we can play 2 of these next turn. I think it's pretty likely I'm gonna be able to attack with this Acrobat next turn. Like if they play like a giant 6 or something. I guess with Blade Brand I can attack with anybody. Man. Alright. That sucked. No blocks. That was an aggressive no block. Not game yet. I mean, they could easily have some sort of like gain spell off a splash color. Like a deploy. Like, you know, my last Simic deck had 2 deploys in it. They just go like planes deploy and I lose. So it's like... I don't like Engineer very much. No, I don't. We deal 3 every turn? I mean, pretty easy for my opponent to deal with Fireblade Artist, isn't it? See? I mean, there's one way to deal with it, right? They could just have a Wrecking Beast. We're like not completely out of this. Like we don't even have a 6th land, so. Well, they didn't block. both my tap lands are in play, so there are 11 lands in my deck. The odds of me drawing a land are actually quite low, 11 out of 27. So we're gonna need to live 2 turns, which could be a challenge. If they have some way to remove this acrobat. Like, they have another rest. If they had gone like a Restorative Admonition into like a Wrecking Beast this turn, I would just dead. I could draw Skewer, you're right. So Skewer or a land will do it, you're right. Might be able to artist them out. Well, yeah, on my upkeep, if they have blockers, I'm going to sack the artist on my upkeep, I think. Might as well get this straight out of the way. You think Syncopate's good at Standard? I don't know about that. Or they must have a Fairy Duelist. They're trying to think about how they can do this. Oh, Incongruity. Alright. They could have Josh, there is a Stifle in the format. There's a Stifle in the format. It's a rare. And if you told me that like my first and second pick were not going to be in this deck, I would have not believed you. It was like first, second, and then I first picked this one. Or did I second pick this? Or did I second pick the Spellbreaker out of the next pack? Wondering what a Stifle means, there's a Repudiate, I think is what it's called, which is green. It's Simic to counter an activated or triggered ability. Oh. Tanis Riceland. Goodness gracious. My opponent is a big fan of Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman. Let me tell you, I try to read those. You're surprised I have Infiltrate over Roostaboot? Roostaboot is really bad. I tried reading the Dragon series again recently, and I could not. The writing was just so bad. Disagree? Well, Deepest JR, I'm sorry you feel that way. Oh goodness, thanks, Briggsy. Thanks a lot. Holy moly. I'll get to you in just a second. I'm gonna play Trumpeter here. A 1-power creature, but it has evasion, and I'm probably gonna play creature here. If I read Zanzia, I can manage Shine. Dude, I know Zanzia is bad. Oh, you don't have to tell me that. I know it's bad. Am I gonna get Deal 3'd? I'm not. Zanzia's really bad. Alright, so everyone, thanks a lot, Springsy, for donating the gifting subs. The Elected Robocop 1, Primal Command, Canada Fett, Jeremy6543, and Miras Houseslayer. Welcome to Magical Christmas Land, where we are speedrunning our trip to Mythic. Glad you could join us. Whenever somebody resubs, I mean, you can do it anytime you want, but especially when you resub, I like it when people share some positive energy, something good that's happening in their lives. It's easy to get overwhelmed with all the negative energy that's around, especially if you're on Twitch chat. I would love to hear it if you have anything positive to share. We're not really doing too much of this game. I have a feeling our opponent is probably going to play something that can get to the point. Have I read Malzahn? I have not. Alright. You ever see Metallica in concert? Did they play Enter Sandman or Nothing Else Matters? Those are some of my favorite songs from them. Basically, the whole Black album was just a freaking masterpiece. I used to when I was younger, I used to just listen to that on repeat over and over. Close with Enter Sandman? Hell yes. Hell yes. Did I forget to win? Could I have won there? I could have won there. I was too busy talking to the chat. First blow, GG. You're right. Yeah, I could have a trumpet early in the Storm Strike it. I was busy talking to the chat. I find it unlikely we were going to lose that game, but you're right. The Lightbringer series has been great so far. Okay. One of the things I like about light novels, which is what I've been reading a lot lately, is just how, you know, because I only have like 5 or 10 minutes a lot of times in between, you know, when I'm at work, or you know, I'm waiting for the server to come back up and I got 5 minutes, so I just read a chapter. And stuff like Malzahn, you just can't do that. Malzahn is just too much work, if you know what I mean. Anybody who's read the series knows what I'm talking about. This stuff is so thick. You cannot casually read Malzahn. You have to, like, keep a notepad of the names of everything. There's just so much. There's so much to it. It's very thick. I'm trying to determine what is better here. I think it's better to play the Plague White. Although, it is better to play Fireblade Artist if the enemy plays a Plague White of their own, because I can put Light Fiend in so they can't play Blade Juggler in 3. I think this is better if they have like the 2/1, like the 2/1 Afterlife. Because if they have the 2/1 Afterlife, I can't even attack with the next turn. So even if I drew an untapped land, I wouldn't be able to. I guess I could have attacked with Footlight Fiend, but it would have been a bad trade though. What do I do for work? I work quality assurance at a game company called Direwolf Digital. I work with a lot of familiar names from the Magic community. You might know who Patrick Chapin is, or Corey Burkhardt, or Andrew Beckstrom, or Sam Pardee. Those are just a few of my coworkers. I personally work on Pokemon, but they mostly work on Eternal. You see why I feel like... Do you see why I think Rakdos is the best by a pretty significant margin? Like, who even beats this hand? Am I a Pokemon master? No, I just... So, there's a digital... You can play Pokemon, it's free to play. You can redeem codes from packs. But I work on... I mostly work on card file testing, but there's thousands of cards implemented on the Pokemon card game. You want me to play the 5-2 instead of the 3-2? Yeah, we could have. I was on autopilot. I think you're right, Elsing. I think you're right. Yeah, Helsing, when I'm on autopilot, I kind of just, you know, just do the value plays, but I think you're totally right that I love the 5-2. I love the 5-2. I'm not sure why people don't like it, but it's so much, the 5-2 is so much better than Noxious Grudian. It's like they're not even in the same universe. Like, Noxious Grudian is like a step below filler to me. You would never willingly play that card in your deck. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I love Steeple Creeper for the same reason. Oh. I don't even know if we got him. Did we get him? I don't even know. I consider Orzhov unplayable. So that answers your question. I'm not gonna attack because I'll block. And I want to sack it to the scavenger. This, if you're looking for people to play Orzhov, you will not find me ever drafting Orzhov. It's not gonna happen. If I open Ether Absolution, I'll play green blue and splash it. There's no way they block if I attack here, right? Like 0% they block. Yuck. It's weird that I'm scrying before choosing a target for Full Life Fiend. I think that might be a bug. But no, it's not. Because I have to resolve this ability. No, it's right. Wow. I don't really want either of these. Hey, thanks, Mondale, 1984. Are you were you born in 1984? Or so was I. I just had my birthday a few days ago. I kind of don't want either of these. Weirdly enough. I can do better than both of these. It's weird to, like, actually bend 2 spells, but I can just do better. I got plans for the next 2 turns anyway, so I can do better than both of those. I don't like attacking here. They 100% double block, and I Carnival. I want to make him discard too, and I don't want to get to the point either of these. I want to get to the point they're 5-drop. They clearly kept one. 88? Mondial 1984. Why does your name have 1984 if you weren't born in 1984? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's a little bit suspect. Well, Josh 2550, I would have actually thought that you were born in February 5th of 1950. Was Walter Mondale a presidential nominee then? I was not aware. This is kind of tilting. Our opponent just has nothing. Alright. Yeah, I don't know what the hell. They discarded 2 5-drops and kept Daggercaster. I don't even know why. It was bizarre. Yeah, they either kept the red-green dual land or they kept the Daggercaster. I don't know what happened there. But I might have missed something. Do I dislike Rudy? And already talked about ugly paintings. Your Josh 2550 says your win percentage of Rakdos is twice as high as Orzhov. Yeah, Josh 2550. That's the same. I see no reason to ever play Orzhov over Esper. You will never see me play Orzhov on this stream. But yeah, thanks for the positive energy, Mondale. I'm not sure what Zelky was talking about, so I'd probably pass that one. Guy in the chat says, how many days? My wife just had her baby, maybe same birthday. March 9th, 1984 was my birthday. Lord of Ironford, I wasn't sure what you were talking about there. You were thinking I was going to blow my kill spell on my upkeep? The answer to that was no. You see me play Orzhov in a few seals? Yeah, and I hated it, and I probably lost a lot. That's a dagger. Hey, Gallagher2x2, welcome. Glad you could join us, friend. Oh, man, why is Footlight Fiend so good? That's the real question. I'm probably not going to attack here. But yeah. I lost an outrageous amount of games when I played Orzhov? Yeah, of course I did. Because Orzhov is wildly unplayable. I'm actually not going to attack here. I think... Okay, well... I could, like, combo Blade Brand with Footlight Fiend to kill a bigger creature. Although, in this particular spot, it's probably better for me to attack. Another reason I didn't attack is that Summary Judgment is a 1 on a white instant. Even if they sack the dog, my guy is unblockable, so we're not worried about that. I lost my train of thought. Yeah, Summary Judgment. They had Summary Judgment and they were mana screwed, and there like wasn't. I don't think there was a whole lot of reason to let our opponent use their mana if they had it. I probably should have cycled Blade Brand that turn, but I'm pretty sure they had. See, they did. See, you remember earlier when I was saying I didn't attack with Bloodmist Infiltrator and attack and kill the Thirsting Shade? I did make this play the last turn because I was playing around Summary Judgment when my opponent had 2 mana open. So. Oh, we're still in combat. Should I have Blade Brand in there? No. I actually wanted to kill the 1/1 lifelink. How does anybody ever beat Rakdos? The easiest 7-0 of my life. This is how you speedrun up to Mythic. You just play Rakdos. Oh. Yeah, Zorius is not a great guild for speedrunning, I'll admit that. 7-0 in the amount of time for the 1 Esper game? Yeah. We got 20 gems for that Spellbreaker though, so it wasn't a complete waste. Alright. Not really gonna get better. Not really gonna get better than this. Oh, okay. Well, it's gonna get better if my opponent just doesn't even block. Why isn't there... Oh. Okay, sure. It's just weird not seeing a text box. Man. Out of here. You are in the way of progress. I think I was going to take any spell at this point. What's my evaluation of the Infiltrator? Quite good. Unfortunately, Carnival Carnival Carnage is just poorly worded. You can't play it for the red mode, the 1-mana mode, unless your opponent has a creature. Which I actually think is a big problem for Constructed. Because one Teferi minuses, it has 1 health. So Carnival can deal damage to Planeswalkers, but only if they have a creature, and they don't have a creature. So when a lot of people's first evaluation of Carnival Carnage is that you can just target your own creature, like 1 damage to your creature, then 1 damage to the enemy Teferi. But it's unfortunately not the way it works, because it deals damage to the creature's controller. I'm not sure what I'm going to play turn 2. Probably going to play this so I can play the Acrobat, I think. Obviously this is much worse if my opponent doesn't have a creature, but I deal like 2 less damage. But this is much better if they have a 2/2 for 2. So any 2/2 they have is going to block Cult Guildmage. This Cult Guildmage has a lot of scary text boxes on it. Probably gonna play the Infiltrator, because if I draw one of my 2 Footlight Fiends, I can play it an attack with Infiltrator and sack it to kill the Wayfinder. Skewer. Alright. I'll take it. Offer accepted. It could be, I mean, I don't know what's in our opponent's hand. Could be a lot of reasons to do that. Yeah, they have a Quench, they're gonna counter this, and I can skewer that. Wow, got me. They got me. I mean, it was the same as Gift of Strength. It wasn't bad. Why are they not trading here? Like, it seems weird that they would double block a Trumpeter, but they're not willing to, like... Really weird. I like it. They didn't flip mana and pump their hybrid up. I just pass. Now we can Blade Brainer Respectful Acrobat, we draw a land, we get their last card. And a Spider. Okay. Good discard, Cold Guild Mage. Well, this infiltrator is pretty good here. Like, even if they play a giant ground blocker, I can still deal 4 a turn to my opponent. I don't think it was worth it to sack the Plague White, because the Plague White can actually attack. Well, I guess it doesn't actually deal damage, though. Plague White can still attack because it has flanking, so... That's pretty good. Yeah, enemy probably has High Alert in their deck, yeah. Sure. It is weird, for sure, that they printed a card with flanking in this set with the Plague White. I don't even look at my graveyard, I'm just going to cast it. I'm sure there's something in here worth getting. Oh, there is. That's a lot of hybrids. Oh, well, they were punished for not doing it on their turn, I guess. So you had positive energy with so many hybrids? Sure. I'm gonna sack this Plague White. I'm gonna sack this untapped Plague White. Let's see if the enemy will block with hybrid for trying to pump it. I've been meaning to try to play Wilderness Reclamation. I just feel like you need a bunch of prying eyes to play it. I haven't seen one from our opponent yet. Yeah, but it does look like they're a high alert deck when they have tower defense in it, right? They have like main deck tower defense along with Senate Courier in their blue-green deck. Makes me believe that they're white. The power of the F6 compels you. You're not sure High Alert and Sorrow from Hybrid are on the same page? Sure it is. Get a Vigilance 6/6. Easiest 7-0 of my life. That's a YouTuber right there.